and welcome. I am Ladi Akiriduluale. Tonight, at least 20 persons are found killed following attack by gunmen on 4 communities in Dapchi local government area of Adamawa State. Federal government to investigate the circumstances that led to the abduction of the schoolgirls from Dapchi, as House of Representatives describes the incident as a national shame. Nigeria's economy maintains positive trend since exiting recession last year, as it records 1.92% growth in the last quarter of 2017. And fighting rages in rebel-held eastern Ghouta area of Syria in the first 5-hour pause ordered by Russia.
On business news tonight, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation in final stage of talks with firms to overhaul the country's refineries.
On sports news tonight, Super Eagles coach Janet Rowe insists the 3-time African champions can't be favourites to win this year's FIFA World Cup in Russia.
And from Abuja, President Buhari optimistic of complete turnaround in Nigeria's economy as he meets with APC leadership. Party's NEC extends National Working Committee's tenure by 1 year.
We begin tonight from Adamawa State in northeast Nigeria, where at least 20 persons have been found killed following fresh attacks on 4 communities in Dapchi local government area. Some of the survivors who spoke to our correspondent said the attackers, who are suspected to be armed herdsmen, are still lurking around the villages, making it unsafe for the residents who were seen fleeing the community in droves. The gunmen were said to have stormed 2 of the villages at about 8 a.m., opening fire on everything and everyone in sight and setting houses ablaze, while the residents fled in different directions. Security operatives are said to have been drafted to the area to restore normalcy, but police authorities in the state could not give details about the situation, saying they are yet to get full information about the attack. Dapchi and Newman local government areas have come under deadly attacks by gunmen in recent times, leaving many residents displaced and lives lost, as well as property destroyed. Staying in the northeast but moving to Yobe State, 5 students who narrowly escaped from the Dapchi school abduction last week decided to return to their school today to reflect on the ugly incident that led to the abduction of 110 of their colleagues. The incident, which has paralyzed academic activities in their school, has since then thrown the entire Dapchi community into a very sorrowful mood. But the federal government is assuring them that the girls would be found.
Government Science and Technology School Dapchi, still a shadow of itself. It's about 10 days since 110 girls were kidnapped from their hostel. Residents of the town are still waiting anxiously, hoping that someday their abducted daughters will return home. The school gate is still shut, but these girls have managed to gain entrance into the premises to relive the memories of the Black Monday. They were lucky to have escaped from the attack, but their friends were not. They take a walk around the school, which used to be their second home, but now a ghost town. They seem to be getting tired of staying at home.
Honestly,
we are saddened with the abduction because we don't read again. Sitting idle at home and the value of education in our modern world cannot be overemphasized. 110 of us were abducted, including my best friend Zara Mohammed, whom we do all things together. I call on the government to look at the pathetic situation to intensify effort towards the rescue of our colleagues.
This is a story they have had to tell day after day. Obviously, they are yet to come to terms with the reality. But government seems not ready to leave anything to chance at assuring them that their missing colleagues will return home safely. The National Security Advisor, retired Major General Babagana Monguno, is in Yobe State to reassure the people of government's commitment towards rescuing the missing girls.
One thing I want to reassure you is the commitment of President Muhammadu Buhari in getting all these girls back. this is a primary responsibility that rests not just on his shoulder, but on mine as well as all my colleagues who are here and those who are also operating elsewhere.
The Yobe State Governor Ibrahim Gaidam is asking for a speedy military action to have the girls return. He's, however, confident that the effort so far will yield the needed results.
I urge our religious leaders, community leaders, and indeed all our citizens to intensify prayers for the good health and safe return of the missing schoolgirls.
Back in Dapchi town, some shops are still locked, while other small businesses are beginning to pick up gradually. But that has not taken off the reality of the abduction, which has now put the town under the spotlight of global attention.
Meanwhile, the federal government has set up a 12-man committee to investigate the circumstances surrounding the abduction of the students of the Government Girls Science and Technical College in Dapchi, Yobe State. A statement from the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, says the committee was convened by the National Security Advisor with members drawn from all security agencies in the country, the Yobe State government, and the office of the NSA. They are expected to ascertain the circumstances surrounding the abduction of the girls, confirm the presence, composition, scale, and disposition of security in Dapchi and the school before the incident, and also suggest measures that can lead to the location and rescue of the girls. The committee will be inaugurated tomorrow, while they are expected to submit their report on March 2018. Meanwhile, the federal government has released a breakdown of the names and details of the missing girls. Of the 110, 8 are in GSS 1, 17 in GSS 2, 12 in GSS 3, 40 in SS 1, 19 in SS 2, and 14 in SS 3. The girls also range in age from 11 to 19 years. Still staying with our story, the House of Representatives has added its voice to condemning the abduction of the Dapchi schoolgirls, describing the incident as a national shame. While debating a motion on the incident at plenary, the lawmakers asked the federal government to focus more on providing security for school children in Yobe, Borno, and other states in the northeast, which are threatened by the insurgency. At the end of the debate, the House resolved to set up an ad hoc committee to investigate the matter and recommend practical steps to ensure that such does not happen again.
This is the location of the latest incident that has drawn the world's attention to Nigeria. The kidnapping of 110 girls from this college in Dapchi, Yobe State.
And abducted 110 students.
The lawmaker representing the area in the House of Representatives brings the matter up as a matter of urgent public importance.
House concerned that the unfortunate incidents has since been going on, not only in Yobe State, but in various parts of the northeast, especially Borno and Adamawa states, without any proactive measures in place to forestall further occurrences.
He gives a description of how the sad event unfolded.
So, in fact, what happened was that day, when the incident happened, there is crowd, gunshot, and so on. They came to that school, they entered. When the students are coming out or going running into the bush, they are saying, no, don't run, don't go anywhere, we'll save you, we are the military.
Lawmakers are clearly upset that this is coming after the kidnapping of the Chibok girls.
What has taken place in Chibok is exactly choreographed in Dapchi. It's really an embarrassment. And sir, the embarrassment is because I feel there is a mole in the system. There are saboteurs in the system, and I think we have to go to the bottom of it and deal away with them.
Mr. Speaker, there's something very, very uncanny about this. I'm asking myself, is it not possible that this is an arrangement to move the people's mind away from the headsman killing?
What do we do going forward to ensure that this national shame does not happen again?
The motion is amended and put to a vote.
Those in favor of the motion as amended say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it.
The House is also urging the federal government to focus on providing security to children schooling in Yobe, Borno and other states in the northeastern part of the country to forestall further abduction of students. The House has also resolved to set up an ad hoc committee to investigate the kidnapping. The committee is expected to report back in 4 weeks with practical and implementable resolutions that will forestall such occurrences in future. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
Nigerian army authorities have confirmed that 2 of their officers injured in an ambush by Boko Haram insurgents during a patrol in Borno State are receiving medical treatment. The wounded soldiers, who were part of the troops that successfully fought through the ambush between Azir Kubwa along Dambwa Road, are reported to be in stable condition. The Deputy Director, Public Relations of Operation Lafia Dole, Colonel Onyema Nwachukwu, says reinforcements were immediately dispatched to track the insurgents, and a vehicle they hijacked during the encounter has been recovered. The troops of Operation Lafia Dole and the Cameroonian Defense Forces in the meantime have said they also killed 35 Boko Haram terrorists in a combined operation in Borno State. The soldiers rescued 603 people held captive by the insurgents around the Lake Chad Islands and the Sambisa region strongholds of the insurgents. The statement adds that a large cache of ammunition was recovered from the terrorists' enclaves. We go now to Kaduna State, where no fewer than 1,000 houses, including shops and residential buildings, have been destroyed following an outbreak of violence in Kajuru local government area of the state. Now, the death toll from the incident has risen from 7 to 12, and many others are said to be severely injured. The crisis, which has rendered many residents homeless, has now turned the commercial community into a ghost town.
The cry of a distraught man. Everything he has worked for has been wiped out.
They begin burn my house, they burn my car, and also they come and burn my shop. I have at least 110 bags of maize. They burn it. They have already wanted to spoil my life. I don't know what I will enter myself.
And those he loved, murdered.
They killed my brother, exactly. They also killed my brother. I don't know what he did for them.
He's not the only victim. Many more are also feeling the pain of loss from the violence that ripped through Kashua Magani, a town in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, on Monday the 26th. All is quiet now, but the flames of reminders still burn. Homes, shops, vehicles razed. Security personnel move around to maintain control of the situation.
That has happened here, we don't envisage that this kind of thing would have taken place here. It's very unfortunate. As you can see, the level of destruction is very high. Some people were killed and properties were destroyed. This is not what we wish for our good state, Kaduna State.
Body count has risen to 12. What caused this mayhem is said to be a reprisal from crushed egos.
It's just that they are testing up our girls in the other side, which we cannot do it to them, the Muslim brothers. So we decide as a youth, okay, this is what we are going to do. Any girl that she's after a Muslim, we are going to give her 20 lashes. We are not after the guy that is dating the girl. No, this is our daughter, is our sister. We are after her.
Although there is insistence that the crisis is not religious, it may be difficult to separate it. As the country struggles to grapple with insurgents, kidnappers, clashes between herdsmen and farmers, crises from a love triangle should not be in any way added to the already problematic list.
Okay.